What's up, guys? We're going to cook one of my favorite meals of all time. Tonight felt victorious. This is a meal for winners. Winners eat this meal. People win. People that win eat like this. Got some steaks over here. I just pulled them out of the refrigerator. We're gonna let them chill for a moment, or actually the opposite. We're gonna let them warm up for a moment. What's up, Dylon? Hell yeah. Thank you, Ruthie. Hell yeah. Welcome to you. Thank you. That one was fun, man. I had a lot of fun at that one. Let's see what we got here. I think all we got are the sweet onions, which will be fine. Use a little sweet onion action, I guess. Yeah, that was a fun one. Oh shit, I didn't even hook up the things yet. I guess I kinda had that. Oh, I bet I'm forgetting something feeling. Then when I was over in the cabinet, I realized that I forgot to hook up the microphones so that you guys can hear me better. Right here. Honestly, I'm gonna do the initial round of slicing this thing in this plate here. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. Would mean a whole bunch to me. And I would certainly appreciate that if you would. Get all that nasty, cruddy crap off of that. And you know what, man? We're just gonna make this easy, and this whole outer peel's gonna go. Oh, that's enough. All right. So now we got all of our trash over there and our cutting boards clean. I'm not gonna get any riffraff in with the onions. There's boy, nothing I hate worse than riffraff in with my onions. Well, I can't stand when riffraff gets up in my onions. You know what I'm talking about? You ever have riffraff in your onions? Oh, that's a big one. We can give that a little halvesy slice. Good, like that, yeah. Okay. We got our onions chopped, and the riffraff was already separated. Tonight was a fun secret show. Had a good time. Riding the motorcycle's fun. I've enjoyed, it feels like a little adventure every time. Feels like a fun little adventure. yeah, every trip downtown, it just feels like, oh, you know, you're going on it's a little adventure. You got your backpack and you're like I'm riding what feels like a foreign vehicle. I'm getting better at it. I admit I've stalled it out a couple times. Just I'm not used to driving a straight drive. There's a lot of hills. I'm in the hill country here in Texas. A lot of hills, a lot of up and down, man. And if you're not, you know, a daily driver of manual transmissions, it would be pretty easy to make the mistakes I've made, like with the stalling out and whatnot. I'll go ahead and get a little medium heat going over there. Let's get some butter down. Let's just go ahead and pull a stick out. So I might end up doing steak 2 ways. I might do one in the pan, one on the grill. I'm doing 2 steaks. A little butter. A little extra virgin olive oil. Just enough to cover that little square of butter. Steaks, we're gonna let them get closer to room temperature. I just pulled them out of the refrigerator not 10 minutes ago. How long have I been? 7 minutes. On the stream, I probably pulled these out, yeah, about 10 minutes ago, give or take. That paper towel roll is gonna this ain't gonna last much longer. All right, so yeah, one I'll do on the grill. One I will do here in the pan. Hell yeah. We'll just get that going on level 1. It's heating up good. Have a glass of tea. I will polish off the rest of this gallon tonight. I've been drinking a lot of tea. But it's better drinking a lot of tea than having a full-on relapse, which I feel, as crazy as that sounds, I feel like that's the other option. In here, there we go. I'll get around to the rest of it. For now, I just need this fork. How is there still riffraff? Boy, I don't like no riffraff in my onions. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, guys. Welcome to you. What's up, Jade? What's up, Jason? What's up, Soupy? Yeah, tonight was a good secret show. Yeah, I eject the first layer too. The only problem is like when there's little sprigs coming off at the end, like little hairs, those will end up lingering somehow. Break these things apart. Usually let it do its thing for a bit before I go and salt it. Yep. All right, this is can from last night is dry. I should probably go ahead and start looking ahead to the next meal, which, let's do pork chops. Let's pull some chops out of the freezer. It'll take those a few days to thaw out. All right, give it some salt now. What about these steaks? How long have we been at it? They only been out for a few minutes. I want to let them be out for at least like I don't know. They say how long you should let a steak rest for, probably 20 minutes. Not rest, but like I like to dry them out, man. I want to get as much moisture out of them as possible for a better sear. One of them is going to be going in this pan right here. The other one is going to be on the grill outside. So we're going to do steak two ways. because I want to see because I'm going to Worcestershire sauce the onions and flavor them with that. So I want to see what the steak in this same situation would be like. These sweet onions put off a whole different vibe, aroma-wise. Hope y'all are all having a wonderful evening out there, wherever it is that you are. You know what? While I'm letting it do that, I got a box. I ordered a motorcycle jacket that doesn't fit me because 3XL means something way different here than it does in the country in which this was probably made. So I gotta take this box shut. And remember to sit this outside. Next time I go. So they can come and pick it up. It's not exactly the kind of thing I can fit. It's in a box, like a large, and you have to have the box with it. I can't just stuff the jacket in my backpack and be like, oh yeah, I don't have a box. Okay, now I want to give it the Worcestershire. Oh God, I love that. Okay. Okay. Hell yeah. Gonna be good. Yeah, I know, man. So these shirt sizes you see, they're getting out of hand. Like I remember when 3XL meant 3XL. Now 3XL apparently means XL. Try to get much of this crap out of it. This is not blood, by the way. This is like hemoglobin. This is the stuff that if you put it in a pan, you ever notice you just throw a steak in the pan and it cooks up this little like white gelatinous that looks like fat, but like that's what that turns into. You don't want that. I don't want that. You might. I'm not crazy about that. And I'm going to salt these good. Like, strong. Give them a strong salting and a strong peppering. Strong salting and a strong peppering. That's the last little strip of parchment. I don't want to. Oh, got a bunch of this. Take a little wax paper, give it a press, press that seasoning down in it, and then give it a flip. And then same deal. What's Emerald say? Salt both sides. You want both sides to taste good. I'm breaking my rule. Don't do this. Don't ever utilize the other parts of the stove as a cooktop, even if you're not using it. I'm not going to have to touch none of that. That's what I wanted right there. Walk away from your onions, that way you can get this nice little, you see, there we go, you see what we're working with here. Like nice little crispy parts there. That's what I want. So I am going to just go right on ahead, move these onions to the outer rim of this pan. Hit in the middle of this pan that's about to be screaming hot with a pat of butter. And we're going to go ahead and get a head start on one of these guys. Put that right down in the pan. Let me go crank the grill up real fast. Do a little experiment. See which one turns out tastier. Both of them are going to be tasty. But damn, 2 for 2. We almost went 3 for 3. There we go. It's actually pretty good for this grill. I'm gonna have to get a new grill soon. Yeah, I might really need a new grill soon. Yeah, doing a little experiment. I wanted to cook both of the steaks, and I guess like it just don't make much of a difference how I do it, but I couldn't decide on whether I wanted to do it on the pan or on the grill. And since I can only fit one in this pan with the onions, I elected to do the grill. because the one on the pan will finish a little bit quicker. But I like, this is not everybody likes steak like I like this. I enjoy sometimes just crisping the shit out of it in the pan. It ends up getting a little bit more well done than anything else, but I love that. I love that. Seasonings I don't really play around with much. I know what I like seasoning wise, and I'm to the point in my life to where I'm not really trying to expand that. But as far as like method wise, I just couldn't decide which one I wanted more. I mean, obviously the grill is great, open flame, can't beat that. They call that the salt pecker method because you can't beat it. Holler. Okay, let's put this on the spot with the heat. About right there. I'll come back and flip that sucker here in a minute. Let that plate dry. Some more butter in here. Bro, should I Asmongold this one and hit it with a little more Worcestershire? Why not, dude? Let's make this the redneck steak right here. I know it's crazy, like I'm defiling one steak and I'm like taking good care of the other one. Okay, yeah, this is already. These onions get to get crispy, crispy. I'm gonna take that off the heat, kill the heat. I'm gonna go and flip the steak on the grill. Got another couple of flips to do to it. I like to create the crosshatch. pan steak. Pan onions. You know what? Let's just go ahead and give this a little bit of this melted butter, because that's all that is. Melted butter and some grease from the little olive oil, but mostly butter. I'll go out here in a minute and rotate that steak out there one more time around. Now let me get out here real quick and do some rotating on this. Oh, why I lock the door? Habit. Okay. One steak, put another one right here. Give it a minute. I think it's ready though. I'm not going to get the cross hatches that I wanted, but that's fine. That off down there. And pull this off over here. Dude, my one steak is shaped like America. Like for real. Now we can lock it. All right. You want to see the American steak? Check it out. Tell me that steak isn't shaped like America. And this one kind of is too. Kind of, but this one more so. So we got in the pan, on the grill. Pan, grill. Yeah. holler. You know what I kind of want to do? It won't take but a second. Need to let them steaks chill for a moment anyhow. Let me do I can fit 2 cans in one bowl, I believe. Oh, damn, I do need 2 bowls. Oh, well. Okay, let me I'm just putting a can of corn and a can of green beans. I need to fill up this garlic shaker. That'll be a job for when it runs fresh out. Yep. So the veggies, heating them up, just a more balanced situation, you know, just a little bit more balanced. All right. Okay. Now, those veggies are already for sure warm enough because they were room temperature coming out of the Room temperature coming out of the can. Hot. Oh, do I have everything that I may need? And here's the spread. Bam. All right. So let's first try steak from the pan. It's not too bad out of the pan. Like, it's not like well done. It's close, but it's not all the way there. Makes up these vegetables, the seasonings. There we go. Oh man. Let me make sure. I'm taking the same bite of both. So I'm gonna go pan. A little firm, and grill. Dude, the grill is so much better, and it's not even close. Like, of course you would, it would be. But man. Now let's introduce some onions. If you're wondering, 2 steaks? Really? Why 2 steaks? Well, this is my birthday on Tuesday. On Tuesday, I ate P. Terry's. Yesterday, I ate hot dogs and Red Hots. This is my birthday dinner. So I'm eating 2 ribeyes, 1 chopped sauteed sweet onion, can of corn, can of green beans. You know what I'm saying? Can of corn, can of green beans. Brother. Brother, this is crazy. Let's do the pan steak with the onions too. I'm going full on redneck with the pan steak. I'm going for the A1 sauce with the pan steak. Cause here's y'all look, I'm a sophisticated person when it comes to food at times. But bro, sometimes I just want to eat steak how my dad ate steak, which is like kind of well done with A1 sauce. And there's nothing wrong with that. This is nice. This all happened in less than an hour. This is great. I walked in the door less than an hour ago. Really good timing for the game. bro. Hell yeah. This is all right here. This steak right here don't need no help. Like, I even severely overcooked the grilled steak. And it's a little bit tough down the stretch. But flavor-wise, it's not even close. Which is ironic, because I flavored the other steak with more things. Like, it got some Worcestershire sauce, it got the flavor of the onions in the pan. But the one with just salt and pepper and fire. So much more flavor in that. Oh yeah, these onions, man. All right. You want to use the rest of the onions on a good steak. Now that part's good. Oh yeah. The best bite of any steak is that little crown of a ribeye, I mean. That bite. Now, I don't want to spill any of this. Taking the juice from this steak and adding it to the remaining few bites of veggies here. Admit it, you're impressed. Can of corn. And now, I'm not even going to be a redneck and pour it to the side to dip it. I'm just pouring it on top of the steak. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Now this right here tastes like Stanton's on Friday nights. Going out, ordering what Dad gets. You know, I get the exact same thing he got, except I'm gonna do French fries instead of the baked potato. Oh man. This really does bring me back to childhood. And honestly, with this steak, that's what I wanted. Just like an overcooked hunk of meat. With too much steak sauce. Brother, it's nice. Yep. That's a meal crush right there. We're 5 minutes past an hour of the stream. Here, you know what? You guys can hang out where you're at. You can see you can see all the angles over here from there. We're gonna bah. Put the A1 sauce away. I don't like to resort to that, but man, ain't a whole lot better than a little A1 sauce on a steak cooked in a pan. All right. It's probably about 10 minutes to midnight, roundabout. I'll make sure to at least get this guy washed. This guy washed and dried and put away. My favorite knife before anything else. Now, that wasn't directed at any of y'all. I apologize if you thought it was. Okay. Now, oh, the silverware, I gotta put the silverware away first. And I better put the clean silverware away before I put any other dirty thing on top of it. You know, you really get what you pay for. The paper towels that the paper towel roll we just finished was like HEB's brand, which are HEB's generic brand stuff is good. It's good stuff. This other brand of paper towels is like Sparkle or something, some cheap brand. It took me one HEB paper towel, which would be 2 of these Selecta sheets. The HEB ones had just full pieces of paper towel. It would take me one of those, which would be 2 of these, to dry my hands completely off. This one, I'm taking 2 full sheets, which is 4 half sheets, and it's not even, my hands still are not dry. You get what you pay for. Okay. You don't want to be doing that when you bend over. Ain't no telling what kind of spirit it'll conjure. Okay. Put this in the back. I like to use salted butter. Netflix likes to use unsalted butter, so I'm going to keep this back in the bag. Let's wash off the stove real fast. I think that's it, right? Yeah. See, 1.5 of these barely dries one single hand. There we go. Okay. What's the jug looking like? Oh, that feels good. Let's see. I'd probably need more, but I'm not going to go for it. Yeah, this will be all right. It's the thought that counts. It's the stove. All right. Okay, now let me run this trash bag out here real fast. Damn, we got 1:45 still. Well, 10 minutes. That one, what's the stove? Why are they set to 2 different times, I wonder? Damn, I forgot to take the trash out this week. It'll be all right. Motorcycles out here. All right. You guys want to see my ride to work? That's my ride to work. Pretty rad, huh? That's what I've been driving last couple days. Okay. We can go ahead and pack this up. And everything else is over on the for the next meal. Does everybody else on earth do that? If you get to put a bag in the thing, you end up having to fish out some. You know what? It's a paper towel. It's going to stay in there. Microphones away in here. That's good. The other phone is in here. It's already on. Good. This is my helmet, my motorcycle helmet bag. Take this tea. You guys come on. Boom. Here's my helmet. Who grabbed you? My gloves fell out of it, but here's my helmet. Okay. Okay. We're getting everything at the same time. Okay, got that. Oh shit. Okay, get my tea. Everything else is good. It's presentable. That's all I care about. What's up, Preston? Rhino, Jason, Jade, Major, everybody. Everybody in the club. Let me. I don't want this TV on, I want the other one on. Let me turn this one off with the button, because the single remote for this TV also works for the one that I'm using for my extended monitor. HDMI 2, bam. Grab the corner of the sheets and comforter. And just one easy flip. Easy enough. Go to the other side, tighten it up. It's nice to get in bed to like a maid. Like a made bed. It takes that much effort that you just saw me put in. Okay. Tower, mixer, monitor, speakers, lights, camera, and You hang tight right there. I need to throw on some shorts. And I'm one of them fellas that whenever I get home at night, I leave all my stuff in my britches pocket and I take them off and I fold them up. And I set them on top, the belt and everything already in them. Because I wear my britches several days in a row. Them right there's already got 2 days in them. And they probably got about 3 more before they see the washing machine. You know what? I'm gonna go put this cup in the dishwasher. I should probably plug the phone in. I don't know how much battery it had. Whoops, that was a heavy slam. Okay. I don't know if I told you guys, but nobody respects me anymore ever since they found out I have a tiny duck. Thank you. The fan liked it. All right. I do got to get this hair off my neck. I had to put it in the bun in the back because if you don't put it in the bun, the wind whipping it around every different direction on the motorcycle kind of makes it dread up. So, a lot more upkeep. But I will say, man, 2 days in a row of riding it. This is my fan making all this racket, by the way. All this hooting and a hollering. Quit. Hush. It'll just turn into one big dread. That's what my buddy Jack told me. He rides motorcycles a lot, and he said, "Hey man, you're gonna want to put your hair in the bun in the back, because if you don't, by the time you get home, it'll be one big dread." And I was like, "Oh, my hair does that anyway every day." And he was like, "All right." Sure enough, I get home last night and I spent as much time brushing it as well, honestly, about as what I just did just there, I guess. So it seems like it might not make much of a difference. What I ought to do is put my undershirt on and then put my hair in a ponytail and then put my overshirt on that. Okay, now we got a little comfort going. Let's go ahead and first things first, prevent what that A1 sauce would do to us. Have us a little heartburn tablet. 24-hour relief with omeprazole. Not a sponsor, just something I use every day. I brought the tea with me. We only got about a half a glass left. I'll leave that down there. We'll need this. While we're already down there, we'll go ahead and grab this up. Okay, now let's crank up everything else. We got a Firefox tab. R.I.P. Ace Frehley. I came out of the gate with, hey, did y'all like that? Bro, I hadn't done any Love Gun. Dude, I haven't, bro, I haven't done Love Gun in, 15 years or more. I wasn't done with the flossing yet. All that for one little tooth. Oh well. YouTube Studio Analytics. Oh, we're at 2032, guys. 2032. Guys, we're growing. Guys, we're doing it. You're doing it, Peter. Doing what? Playing with us. This used to be your favorite game. Okay, we got that. We got this. Now let's go over to this. So, I did a thing today. I did a thing today with my restream where work, just work. It's not working. I don't know. Why are you not working? Reconnect to device. Okay, there we go. Got that. That looks good. Stage right. Let's see. Line up the number and the word subscribers underneath the number of subscribers. Got that. That's good. Double check. That's good. Stage left. We're in it. It's happening and we're in it. Update titles. Is this heaven? No. Skyrim. That was yesterday's title. Yesterday's title was I think that's an all-time title. Today we're doing number 460 episodes of Yonder Live. That's pretty wild, yeah? 460 of these things already? Okay. Let's see. I believe in a thing called Skyrim. That didn't roll off the tongue nice. It needs to roll off the tongue. What can we... I want to play Skyrim all night. And party every day, baby. For Ace Frehley. I want to play Skyrim all night and party every day. R.I.P. Ace Frehley. Tell me that's going to work. That's going to work. That's a strong title. I like that title. That one could do well. That one could do all right. Guys, we are about to transition from this stream to another stream. You guys don't have to go anywhere or do anything. But if you wouldn't mind, we have 11 likes right now and 62 people watching live. If you guys haven't liked yet, totally cool. It would mean a lot to me if you would like the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, it would mean a lot to me if you would also do that. Let's, I guess I'll pack up one more of these Jeebers here. Jeebers, creepers, where'd you get those peepers? I need to get the stream opened up so I can see the chat disappears so fast on these live streams. Secret show steak and onions, full meal prep, pregame. Secret show steak and onions, full meal prep, pregame. All right. Really, Ace Frehley. Ain't nothing wrong with clean bedding. Boy, nothing on earth wrong with clean bedding. Hell yeah, Rhino, we're a bunch of hamsters. You know who loves hamsters? My best friend Mumford Davis loves hamsters. Boy, he is a big rodent guy. If the sky falls into Skyrim. Or however it goes. I don't know that song. Is that how it goes? The one that I remember, the last ones that I remember was like Tomorrow Never Dies. I did this, unfortunately I was still drinking at the time, so I don't remember any of the movies. But I binged all of the Bond movies, and I mean, I was blackout, and I don't really get blackout drunk, but like this was like I remembered coming home one night, and I mean I was drunk as hell, and I had just gotten one of them fire sticks, one of my friends give me, if you catch my drift. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, I had already gotten one of my um, yeah, I just gotten a fire stick, and like it had everything ever on it, and I just started watching all the James Bond movies, and it's a pretty good collection. It's a good franchise. The Bond franchise is historically good. But I literally don't remember like any of them, and I watched, I don't know, I watched all the way up to the Pierce Brosnan ones, because I remembered I got to that one and I was like, oh well, I remember this one. I saw this when I was little and didn't even know. Dude, when we did a couple years ago after Skankfest, the crew, like me and Red Band and a few Austin comics, who was already going to be in Vegas for Skankfest, made the trip over to LA right after Skankfest for we went to the Comedy Store to do a secret show, and after we did that at the store, I'm just riding on cloud nine, bro. Like the best weekend of my life. And I'll preface this by saying that Kiss was my favorite band when I was in 7th grade. And if everybody says, "Oh, really? So like you grew out of it?" No, I didn't. Like I'm just saying they were my favorite band when I was in 7th grade. And I fucking loved Kiss, dude. I'm riding on cloud nine, bro. I just like, excuse my pride in myself, but I crushed Skankfest Kill Tony with Dave Attell and Ian Finance and Eric Griffin on the panel. And, ooh, tasty. Crushed that. I mean, absolutely murked that set. Like, I mean, it went as good as it went as good as anyone would expect or would. Tony said it. He said, you did what everybody wishes to do. You got up here, you had a great set in front of this audience. Like, and it was like, Tony said it himself. I had a good little moment with Tony tonight. But crushed at Skankfest in front of my heroes. Look. And so many of my friends were there. So many of my friends were there. So many people were very like. So many people were happy to see it. Leave that. Go to the Comedy Store. And like the night I get there, the night I get to the store, I get there, and this is Monday. We're doing Secret Show on Tuesday, so this is a Monday night. So I go, and I just walk in. I walk in, and like, first person I see is Joel Berg, and I know Joel. We've known each other for years, like online. First time I met him in person, he's door guying, so he's just like, hey, this guy's good to everybody there. He like goes around and like kind of introduces me to everybody, and like, hey, this guy's cool. He's good to like be here. So like the second I get there, I get the fucking like basically like a red carpet treatment, and I'm immediately now I can go to and from like what they call the sacred ground, and like I'm given the pass the second I get there, and then Red Band shows up a little bit later, and then we're just kicking it back there. And Don Barris shows up, and another friend of mine who I've known online for years. Finally get to meet these people in person, and like all of this being the coolest weekend of my life. Like I got to perform. I got to perform at the Comedy Store. Like I got to perform there. Like, this is nuts. I got to be on the stage, the red stage with the neons, and like I was on that. And it's fucking insane that happened. But do that. And dude, Cloud9, Tony Woods grabbed my arm as I was walking out of the green room and said, I saw you up there, young man. And I just, dude, I shook his hand like, thank you so much. This means so much to me. Tiffany Haddish was standing behind me, and she kept like looking over at me, and I was awkward as fuck. I didn't want to introduce I felt, I usually am not uncomfortable in a room like that, but like that room, like, bro, I was looking at the couch that Eddie Griffin apparently like hooked up with all these chicks on. I'm looking at the piano, the glass piano that like Robin Williams and Sam Kinison and all those guys did powder off of back in it. I'm like in the room with this stuff. Does anybody like in your mind, like, do you guys, is this translating at all? Like I know that there's a few comedy nerds in here, but like I just want you to understand like the gravity of I'm a huge comedy fan. Like for most of my life, to be in that room with that much history, like this is the room where Sam Kinison tried to like sacrifice goats and do a seance. It's insane. Holtzman was there. Brian Holtzman said, oh, you need to get back to the green room. Come this way. And he pulled his wad of keys out of his pocket, and he goes behind the merch bar, unlocks the door, walks me through the door there, and I see all of the names. You know, they put the names up on the marquee. Well, it's not a bunch of letters. They actually print one long thing with someone's whole name on it. And I saw all the names sitting over there on the side. Like, just the room they keep them in. Holtzman was trying to show me the way around. He was like, now you'll have to go around the other way. And I knew the other way to go around, but it's like through the showroom. And I'm a giant and I'm nervous about walking in front of people like that. But I made it back there because I left and I forgot the guitar. I got to take the guitar back to Guitar Center the next day. This story is going a little off the rails, but just stay with me. Craziest weekend of my life, easily, bar none. Best weekend of my life, best week of my life probably. Leave there with $0, and it was my birthday that week as well. So it was this week 3 years ago. 3 years ago, yeah. This week 3 years ago, brother, I had $0. I was in my hotel room, like, on the verge of tears, thinking, fuck, I'm about to have to, like, ask Red Band for money to get home. Because I had my flight, but I didn't have any money for an Uber. I didn't have any money for anything else, food, nothing. And, dude, as I'm having these thoughts, like, my Venmo starts going off. I look, Red Band had already paid me for that night. I have friends send me birthday dollars. And I'm telling you, dude, I sat in a hotel room across the street from the Comedy Store and just cried, man. Like, fucking, I'm doing the right thing. You know, you get this, like, you get this almost reassurance from the universe that you're doing the right thing. And it just everything ended up working out. I slept like a fucking baby. Got up the next day, got an Uber, got an Uber to drop the guitar off at Guitar Center. And he waited for me. And it was just like having a driver. I was like, hey, man, I need to stop by Guitar Center and drop off this guitar. And did that, got to the airport, flew back, and I had to work the next day. The next day at Vulcan Gas Company, we got rented out during, I believe it was F1. It was this week, 3 years ago, so F1 was in town. And for those of you who don't know, F1, Austin has the Circuit of the Americas, which is like a world-class F1 racetrack. And that was happening that weekend. So there was a bunch of, like, F1 is like an experience. So there's a bunch of, like, corporations and companies in Austin doing, like, all of these other different things, like events and such. And anyway, a company I'm not going to name rented out Vulcan Gas Company. They rented out Vulcan Gas Company to hold their event. So that cost an X amount of dollars to just rent the whole place out for the night. But what's even more insane than that was that on this day, I get to work and I find out, hey, Kiss is going to be here tonight. And I'm like, what? And I listen, you can't tell anybody. You can't say anything to anybody. Nobody can know about this. You can't take videos. You can't take pictures. You can't tell anybody that this is happening right now, because they're going to beat the doors down to this place to try to get in if they find out. So literally that night, me and about 10 of my coworkers got to witness Kiss. And I'm not just talking about like these guys that are going around pretending to be Kiss. It was Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, and 2 other guys. In fact, I got their North American tour in 2022. Bam. I got that. I got a bunch of them. That's the pick. That's the pick that I use to play my mandolin with, is a Kiss pick. I had an actual pick that Gene Simmons uses. These are the ones that they throw into the crowd. They have so many of these. They just throw them in the crowd. So I'd like the owner, Nick. You guys hear Red Band talk about Nick, or Red Band and Tony talk about Nick a lot. He's my friend. He's the owner of Vulcan. He came up to me later and said, "How much do you love me?" And I was like, What? What? And he gives me a handful, like a stack of just like, he opens his hand like a stack of picks, all of them. And he says, "Now here's the ones they throw to the audience." He said, "Now this one." And it's like a working pick. He said, "This is the one that Gene Simmons uses." He took one of the ones that he actually uses. It's fucking awesome. But that whole wraparound story, the greatest weekends of my life happened 3 years ago, and finished me getting to see Kiss live. I was in the room when they did Shout It Out Loud. They did Detroit Rock City. It was crazy, and I made friends with the head of security for them. Very cool guy, pops into the YouTubes from time to time. Very, very nice guy, but he was allowed to take video because he was their security. He was walking around with a cell phone, recording so much content, and he airdropped me everything he recorded. So I have on my phone, or one of these phones, I have all of those videos from that night. Like, I'm just in the room, and God bless America, they brought enough confetti for an arena. And Vulcan is tiny, tiny, tiny. There was confetti everywhere. Paul Stanley says, "We haven't done a room this small in 40 years. No kidding. He said, "We haven't done a room this small in 40 years. I was at that show, which is crazy. I was on green room duty that night too, and they never even came to the green room. They had a green room they had the whole penthouse of like some fancy hotel downtown was their green room. The whole penthouse. So they didn't even come upstairs to the green room. They had a guy who I believe was their like road manager. Wormy looking cat. He came up just to double check that they had everything that was on the rider. He just wanted to make sure they brought in everything that was requested. Okay. We're going to do another word from our sponsors, but we're going to do it in the next, where we end up going in the next stream. So let me do here. And I've got the title, stage right, good, scene, good. Let's go ahead and start that stream right there. And I'm going to also start recording as well. We're doing something a little different. All right, that stream looks good. Let's come around here to the customization. I want to play Skyrim all night and party every day. Save. And there's that. Now, 45 seconds in, and we press play. This is going to be a smooth transition. You guys won't have to do anything at all. Waddle. Yeah, Janice was there tonight at Secret Show. It was a good crowd. Tony popped by. DeRosa was there. Obviously, Red Band. Janice was there. Hans, Sir Winston Pickles, Clown Man, Timmy No Breaks, Tony No Breaks. Holtzman kept calling him Tony No Breaks, which I thought was funny. Let me get you guys over here. Oh, I gotta turn this monitor phone on. That's what I had forgotten. Stage right. For breakfast. Scramble with cheese for breakfast. Get on my knees, say please for breakfast. I've come a long way for breakfast. I'm happy to pay for breakfast. Such a nice day for breakfast. Gonna change my name to breakfast. Don't make enough time for breakfast. I'm supposed to drink wine for breakfast. Better wait in line for breakfast. You better stay away from my breakfast. Card for breakfast. Try real hard for breakfast. All the hops in the barn for breakfast. Cats eat a big ball of yarn for breakfast. Okay. I'm going to give it another second or so. Double check to make sure that we got the... And if you hear me, then holler out breakfast. I want to play Skyrim all night. We're good on that. So we can go ahead and switch to the control room. I've come a long way for breakfast. Hey, for breakfast. So we're going to swap y'all over right now, okay? I'll see you in the portal, all right? Don't go nowhere. Like this video and the next.